The HomeBuilder program provides eligible owner-occupiers with a $25,000 grant to build a new home, substantially renovate an existing home, or buy an off-the-plan home or new home. The State Revenue Office is administering the HomeBuilder grant on behalf of the Australian Government. Applications for HomeBuilder can be lodged through our online portal via a multi-step process. You can start your application after you enter an eligible HomeBuilder contract. Depending on which type of eligible HomeBuilder contract you enter into, you'll need to upload various supporting documentation before finalising your application. Alternatively, if you have all of your supporting documentation available, you can complete the application process in one step. Your grant application must be submitted by the 31st of December 2020. You'll be able to continue to access and use the online portal to upload your supporting documents beyond that date. It's important that you understand the eligibility criteria for HomeBuilder. The HomeBuilder criteria can be found at sro.vic.gov.au/HomeBuilder. Note that the application must be completed by the owner or owners of the land rather than a conveyancer or representative. To start the application process, go to the online portal and select Login. Agree to the terms of use and enter your email address. This will be used to start the application process and to access your application later. You can save your progress and access the system at any time to update details or to upload supporting documentation as it becomes available. A 6-digit code will be sent to your email address. Copy and paste the code and use it within the portal to verify your email address. Select Next to continue. As you move through the application, please ensure that all details are accurate, as once submitted, these details cannot be changed. Changes can be made up to the point that you submit the initial part of your application. You can save your progress at any time throughout the application and return later to add further details as you have them. To do this, save your progress, select Exit, and when you log back in, any data you've already entered will be populated. In Part A, there's a series of questions to help us determine your eligibility. Answer the questions by checking the applicable radio buttons. Select Save and continue to the next step. In Part B, you'll enter the applicant or applicant's details. Complete these details, select Save, and continue to the next step. In Part C, you'll enter the details of the property that is the subject of the grant application. The information you need for this section will generally be on the title for the property or in your contract. Complete these details. Finally, select the contract type you are entering into. More information about the eligible contract types can be found at sro.vic.gov.au/HomeBuilder. Select Save and continue to the next step. Next, provide details about the eligible contract. This includes telling us on what date the eligible contract was signed, its value, and the date on which construction commenced or will commence. Select Save to continue. Select Continue and add your payment details in Part D. You will need to provide an Australian bank account. This account must be in the name of the applicant or applicants and cannot be a representative or third-party bank account. Once entered, select Save and Continue. You now have an opportunity to review your application. It is important that you check that you have entered your details correctly, as you will not be able to change these details in the portal once you submit the application. Read the declaration and check the box to indicate that it is true and correct. Select Submit Application to complete the initial part of your application process. This initial part of the application must be completed by the 31st of December 2020. Now that you have completed this initial part, you'll need to lodge your supporting documents. By clicking Continue, you'll be able to view a list of all supporting documents that you'll need to provide. If you have all of these available, you can continue to complete the application at this point by uploading all required documents. Depending on the type of eligible HomeBuilder contract you have entered into and where you are at in the construction process, you may not have all supporting documents. If this is the case, you can log back into the system at a later time and continue uploading your supporting documents as they become available. Select the Documents button. Specific documents are needed to identify you, and other documents are required that relate to your contract type. The system will prompt you for the documents relevant to your contract type. To upload a document, select the Choose File button. Uploading a document is a three-step process. First, select Browse, find the relevant document, and select Open. The file must be a PDF or JPEG and cannot be larger than 40 megabytes in size. Next, from the list of supporting documents required, select which document or documents are included in the file that you're uploading. Finally, at the bottom of the page, select Upload. The system will provide you with confirmation once the file has been uploaded successfully. You can continue to upload documents using this three-step process as many times as required. Depending on your eligible HomeBuilder contract type, some documents will only be available after construction has started. Once you have those documents, simply log back onto the portal and upload them until you have provided all the documents relevant to your application. Once all documents have been uploaded, your application will be submitted for processing and will be reviewed by the State Revenue Office. We will process it and advise you of the outcome within 15 business days. The grant will be paid into your nominated account, generally within 5 days of notifying you that your application was successful.